Hello guys and welcome to another video. Today we're going to start a new series where civilizations are over in Pangea. We're now at the beginning of the series because oh my gosh, we are at the start of this, and first nation is the red team, of course. The red team will be expanding along the coast of Pangea, and it is pretty easy to expand over here. And yeah, I honestly don't know which area is which. I know this is Antarctica, and I don't know what that is. But the red team will be expanding pretty rapidly, eventually getting over to these lands, and yeah, that's good, but that is honestly a lot of land. And a new nation will be formed called the blue team, and I will make it the blue team by making it the blue team. So the blue team will be expanding in a pretty easy way. And we'll go upon the coast of Pangea, and we'll be exploring a big land on the coast, which honestly that's a huge big team, but as you can see, the red team is bigger. City revolts, there's no alliances, none. Income, none. Gold. Ooh, I want to see gold. Oh, it's 56.55. Those are pretty much the same amount as rich. These guys want to expand some more. So they will be expanding on the coast until getting too big and it will chill. And the blue team will then slowly but surely reach their max, and they will stop expanding for now. And in area, the blue team is bigger now, barely, but as you can see, a lot of Pangea is already filled. But now let's go to a new nation being formed, which hopefully is gold. Yes, it's gold. No, it's not gold. It's kind of like a Chinese color, but I'm gonna call it the Chinese team because I like to call it. China will be expanding over here, and then they will be fighting a war with the red team, which they will win to get over this lake. Because our red team is pretty poor right now. It doesn't show it, but they are poor. Hold up. Okay. The red team has fallen inland a lot. But yeah, that's what happens. Meanwhile, I will be keeping on to tribes. Over here, which is modern day Antarctica, a teal tribe will form, which doesn't know about any other thingies, so the teal team will just be free to expand and doing that stuff. And we have tribes. And in fact, there is 5 more tribes in the world. Which, one is right here, one is right here, one is right here, one is right here, and one is right here. So That's a lot of nations. At the first one that spawns right here, we'll be expanding on this tip. We'll be discovering this land exists. And now it's pretty big, I'd say. And now we're going over here to this nation, which I will be calling the green team, will be expanding pretty rapidly. Like this. Hold on. Yep, that's better. And then this nation over here, the lavender team, the lavender team will be expanding themselves over this mountain range. Honestly, I think this is South America because this looks like the Andes Mountains. But it's pretty hard because they have to hug on the coast. And then they will go over here, figuring out that this is the exit of the mountains. And they are very happy over here. And they will be expanding and looking like a wall. Circling this whole lake is pretty easy. As yeah, they're pretty big. And now these guys, the pink team. The pink team also is expanding. Just not as much. As they don't have enough economy to do much expanding. But over here, these guys are huge. These guys will be huge at least, as they will be the one there. Some naval routes. And pretty quickly they become huge. I mean huge. Okay, they're the biggest country in the world. So this is a new map with all of the tribes in it. And yeah, it might not be pretty. And also they learn one thing. If you're a target of the red team, you're a target. It won't be very fun. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit and make a better camera. Okay, that's better. So now, this is a pretty big map, and the world will be explored very quick. I think. I don't like my other Wixo, but anyways, let's go back to the mainland, where the blue team will be finally able to settle the land, and then they will settle this land, and then colonize, and then settle this land, and then colonize, and then settle that land, and then colonize, and then settle that land. So they have a good strategy. Colonize, settle the land. Colonize, settle the land. That's what they're doing. As it works, and they're settling a bunch of land, which makes them a pretty big empire. The red team is pretty stuck in the blue team, so their new plan is to hug upon the whole coast. Yeah, that's their plan. So they will be hugging up on the coast, especially over here, where it is pretty easy. And they just like around like this and reach over here where they reach their climax because they're not settling any land like the blue team is doing. But they do explore a pretty good portion of land. A pretty good portion of land. And excuse you, the tribes aren't expanding as much, but a new nation will be formed right here next to the red team, just to like stop colonialism and no wars. Basically, they're like the island of Vedas Pro, and they formed basically because they are the first democracy. I'm afraid some nations are getting a bit big. I mean it. They are the second smallest after these guys. Which makes sense because there's only 10 nations on this world map. Honestly, it doesn't look like it. So China will be expanding. And this one reminds me of Dwight D. Eisenhower for some reason. I don't know why. They will be expanding over here. And yep, they're big. And some land will be pushed away from the red team. Because A, you're not settling it, therefore the people will be taking it away from you. So the red team will be losing a pretty good portion of their land because they're not settling it. And yeah, this is a very, very bad thing for them because look, there's none. Why is it expanding so rapidly? Look, and pause up for 1 second. The whole world has expanded. Hold up, good. Okay, these are rankings. Who's this? Okay. These guys are really the only tribe able to expand because they're settling a bunch. Yeah, they're settling their land really goodly. I don't even know if that's a word in the dictionary, but I don't care. So it's pretty easy to expand. And yeah. By the way, these episodes will be coming out on Sunday. So the first episode will be coming out this Sunday when you're watching this, and I think that will actually be it for this episode of What If Civilization started over in Pangea. Yes, in fact, it will. If you enjoyed, please consider liking and subscribing. And bye. Bye.